Welcome to Rolling View TV with Rolling Eddie. And you guessed it, I am him. I am Rolling Eddie. Today I have something very special in store for you. So stay tuned. But first, as always, we got to start with a little stretching. Because for kids my age, warm up and stretching is very important. Very important. Not to get too tired when you during your warm-up and leave some energy for the actual skating. So stay tuned. This is still Rolling Eddie, and we're still rolling, but not on skates anymore, as you can see. Today, you're gonna meet my good friend, Captain Gary Tabach. He is a U.S. Navy captain, retired. The real thing, as they say, right stuff. We're gonna visit him at his captain's cave, which of course is located in a secret, clandestine, undisclosed location. And we're gonna hear some stories directly from the horse's mouth, as they say. So, stay tuned. Here we are inside Captain's cave, as promised. Check it out. Is this amazing or what? I tell you what, here, we can come here if he has us, of course, if he invites us. I'd like to come here regularly because there's everything here has a story. Okay, let's see if Captain is in. And if he, I hope he's going to be glad to see us. Me. Just me. Here, let's see if Captain will spare a few minutes. Hello, Captain. Everybody, this is my friend, Captain Gary. I told you so much about him. I am really, really honored and proud to know you.
Happy Hanukkah.
I want a story from the captain. I want you to choose one item and you tell me about it. And I'll have some comments and some questions. And I'm sure our viewers will enjoy it. So would be great if you tell us a few words about something exotic, something we're all going to be exciting, because there's stuff here we can take years and years to tell the stories. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look, we're going to come back to it. Go ahead,
Okay,
Captain.
well,
Tell me.
exotic, I have a few things that are exotic, Edward. Forgive the noise. You see this olive green case right in front
where
of
the
you?
pictures are? Yes,
Yeah,
I
the
see
picture.
it.
It's a case. And
Looks military.
Yes, it's a military. It was brought from the war by my grandfather's brother. There's his picture. He's a pilot right there. You see, there's a picture of him. He's a pilot right there.
This one here?
Yeah, and then to your left, you see the picture where he's in 1935 in jump school, parachute school in 1935. Later on, he became a pilot.
This is all in Russia?
Yeah, it's in
Soviet Union. Soviet
yes.
Union, of course.
And he survived the war. So he brought this case from the war as a trophy, and this is the case we were allowed to take out because, you know, when you're leaving Soviet Union and immigrating as a traitor of the motherland and the enemy of the people, you were allowed to take one suitcase. So this was the biggest suitcase we had in our family, and we took it with us. And then on the inside, I see that there is a label that states it is lighting equipment for the airfield. That is a Lend-Lease in 1944, and it's from New Jersey, United States. So actually,
the box is from Jersey, and you got it in Russia, and it went all the way from Jersey to Soviet Union, survived the war, and made it back to Florida.
And make it back to...
That's freaking amazing, man. That's freaking amazing.
Across the land. Back home, basically, it made it back home to New Jersey, and now it's in Florida. So here's another one. This is a replica of my grandfather's uniform. There's some trophies that he brought from
So
World
this
War
like
II.
a border patrol uniform?
No, it's artillery.
Artillery. Okay.
And he's a senior sergeant, and here's the trophies that he brought from World War II. This is
so
German
these are from
stuff.
like dead Germans?
Yeah, I don't know if they're dead, but
Well, semi-dead.
they're all dead now.
Well, they didn't need them anymore, right? They lost the war.
So the other exotic things. This is a uniform of his brother, of my grandfather's brother.
And the real, this is all his
these are real, yeah.
real for real, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Each one, I'm sure each one, there is a tremendous story behind
And
each
then
one.
he was promoted to general, and then he had a heart attack and died. This is World War I.
Dry bar.
This is a World War I uniform.
Oh, okay.
Of American officers from World War I. This is another replica of my other grandfather, his cavalry. There's a picture of him in there too.
Yeah, that's the Red Army cavalry.
First cavalry, right.
Yeah,
In 1920, when they fought against the Poles, or the Poles actually fought against them, they were the invaders. And this is a Polish hussar. That's World War I. And this is World War II,
camera.
United States Marine.
Okay.
But you and I were in the Soviet Union in the 90s, in the wild 90s.
That's right. I was lucky enough to watch history in the making in the wild 90s, in the wild East in Moscow, and we were there at the same time.
This is exotic. This is a first copy in December of 1992. It's a first Penthouse magazine in Russia. That was put out.
Let me guess. Was that a bestseller in Russia?
It was very rare. You have to know people to get it.
You couldn't even buy it, right? It was like pre-sold.
It was mostly. So since you and I were all these uniforms and all these items, people give it to me, and I ship it to Ukraine to their soldiers.
So these are all donations, for the fighters in Ukraine. Wow.
Mostly it's from my former buddies in the military. They give their old uniforms, and I ship it to Ukraine. So here, as you remember, this is exotic, I think. You remember in 1993, when Yeltsin fired on his own parliament in Moscow.
They call it White House.
White House, right, because it's
I happened to be in Moscow in those days. I heard those tanks firing.
Right, and the American embassy is right next door to it.
That's right.
So I was right next door with my 2-year-old daughter. Two of us were there, and we witnessed this fight that had going on, and the tanks firing. And this is T-90. At the time, it was the most modern tank that we've never seen before.
So you were in our embassy, in the U.S. embassy,
right,
in Moscow. That's right. Like a few blocks away from you.
It's not a few blocks. It's right next door.
Oh, the old one, right?
No,
or the new one.
Because I know the old one and the new one are next to each other.
Right.
I mean, you
that's
can
very
walk
close.
from one to another.
So you could have gotten hit by stray rounds.
Actually, one of our Marines did get hit by straight in the neck. Yes.
Right.
One of our Marines.
That was in the papers. I remember that was in the papers. Yeah.
So this
almost started World War III.
Yeah, this is stamps from a war now in Ukraine. This is
those are going to be collector's items.
Kraken unit. This is elite Kraken unit. This is next time I'll tell you about Barak Yuzilevich. That's a stamp of him.
So tell me, what was going on inside the U.S. consulate and the embassy when tanks were firing in the White House?
Well, actually, when the Russian tanks rolled right next to BMPs and armored personnel carriers, as they rolled right by the American embassy, they turned their turrets away to show non-aggression towards Americans. But then, of course, the Russian troops ran away, and I guess the ones that were supporting the parliament started running, and there were all kinds of people. There were communists, a lot of anti-Semites.
Of course.
Well, we're running always without Anha. And the confusion was that you couldn't tell who is who because everybody had the same uniforms. They all spoke the same language, same weapons.
It's like Civil War type of stuff.
And it was chaotic firing because you would hear like bang, bang, and then everything turns loose and everybody starts firing at everything. It was very, it was not... It was fall of the Soviet Union, so there was not discipline. The military was not.
Did we evacuate the personnel from the embassy?
Some of the personnel was evacuated, but most of the personnel was still there. and but everybody had to stay.
But could we like
stay-
hold our own, or we have only sidearms and rifles? Do we
No,
have
no,
some
no.
heavier stuff
No,
there?
no, we just have.
We got
We
stuff.
only
huh?
have Marines that.
Oh, that's it. Nothing heavier. No,
No,
no, no,
no airplanes, no
secret shit?
guns, no. But we weren't attacked. So there was stray bullets that flew at the embassy, and one of them did hit a Marine, but it was a stray bullet. It was not aimed at him because they couldn't see him. He was behind the glass that was only one way. So that what happened. But then there was firing. I saw some Russians getting killed in that fight. And my daughter, who's now a naval officer, kept trying. She was 2 years old at the time.
Michelle, correct?
Yeah,
right?
she was
Michelle.
She was trying to get to window to see what's going on and why there's people like.
I tell you,
out there.
in '93, I was in Moscow, and this is rolling 80, and of course I had my skates with me. I had those beautiful Salomon inlight skates. Russians never seen anything like that before. When I skated in Moscow in my Salomon skates with a gold base, and they were white and green. They thought I was from another planet.
Well,
like
you
an
were.
alien.
You were, because the people at the time were trying to find heat, food, water, and here's some lunatic on rolling skates. I mean, like he has nothing.
And I
else to do.
skated several times right by U.S. Embassy.
Right.
Too bad we didn't know each other, because otherwise I would come in for some tea.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, some of my the most probably exciting times were in Georgia, in Abkhazia. This is my uniform from there.
That's your personal
Yeah,
uniform?
it's right there. It says Табах. There's my
Oh,
dog
let's
tags.
see. Let's check everything. Trust but verify. Remember what President Reagan said? Trust but verify.
And this is why was it so exciting? Because I was the only American there. There were no other Americans in my sector, and this is where I was, and it's right there too. There's like I have a lot of stories about that time.
Oh, this is the United Nations. How do you
United
translate
Nations.
UN?
UN, useless nobodies.
Useless nobodies. I agree with you. I think a lot of people today agree with you. But you knew this before we knew this.
Yeah,
Right?
just like NATO, no action talk on.
No, NATO, get it? No action, talk on. I love that. See, it takes a professional to teach you these things, this inside stuff that you would never know. Captain, thank you so much. Can I come again?
Sure.
Yeah?
You know you're welcome here anytime. Well,
Awesome.
sign up for Edward's YouTube channel. Give him likes, give him bells. What else?
Shares and comments.
Shares and comments, please.
That's
do
what the other YouTubers say. I'm just going to repeat after them. Share and comment.
Watch
Thank you,
him.
Captain. I love you.
But I love you more.
I'm very, very impressed. You know, I'm not easily impressed. I've seen all kinds of famous and big people, but I'm impressed with you because you're the real stuff.
Thank you.
You
I
know?
really very much appreciate. I mean, I can show you more stuff, but
For your
we can-
information, Captain Gary came to the
Yes.
United States in the early 70s, just like I did.
yeah,
We were
70
both political refugees from the Soviet Union that does not exist anymore. And we came here, and he became the highest ranking Soviet-born officer
I was the first.
in the U.S. military.
I was the first one to
The
become,
first one.
to become an officer. But-
That's why I'm very honored.
So like,
Besides,
for
he's a
instance-
great
for
guy, you
instance,
know, but
there's
he's
a-
also
there's
very
a-
distinguished.
There's a painting of Stalin.
Okay, is that big ears he has?
No,
What
he
is
has
that?
horns. I attached
Those are
horns.
horns. You did. You
Yeah,
did.
well,
that?
yeah, because people come in and they say, "Oh my God, it's Stalin, it's like Hitler." So I attached horns to him to make sure, just like to Lenin, to show that I do not appreciate these people, but it's history. And this painting was hanging at his dacha, right there where he stands. And actually, there was a firefight going on there. And we ran into the dacha, and there was this painting, and soldiers start firing at it. And I said, no, don't fire at it. It's like Hitler or something.
So it's a trophy, or
It's a trophy.
it's a rescue.
It's a trophy. I took that, I rolled it up, I ripped it off the wall, and my father, God rest his soul, restored it because it was ripped and there were bullet holes in it.
Thank you, Captain.
And
Guys,
kept
like I
it
said,
as a,
it's
as
going
a-
to take many, many days to hear all the stories. So let's see if you like it and you want more. I'll come back here for more. And now let's put my skates back on and skate on. An old Cold War joke. A Soviet Navy vessel is lost on high seas. So they are there floating, well, like a piece of turd in the middle of nowhere. And across comes a U.S. Navy vessel. So they flag it down. And the Russian captain says, "Hello, Mr. American Captain, please help. We are lost. Which way is the port of Sevastopol?" Which is, by the way, in Crimea and occupied by Russians today. So the U.S. Navy captain says, "Hello, sir. It's very easy. You just keep heading for 300 miles north by northeast. Exactly, and you'll be there in no time." So the Soviet captain says, "Mr. American Captain, please stop showing off. Can you just point your finger which direction we should head?" And we are rolling back, not on skates, as you can see. I sincerely hope you enjoyed meeting Captain Gary and visiting his captain's cave as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. By the way, before he became a Navy officer, he was a U.S. Marine. And as they say in Marines, do or die, semper fi. So for now, till next time, stay tuned. This is Rolling Eddie on Rolling View TV. Till next time.